Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. So I have a super quick weekly home fragrance roundup today because I don't have a lot going on in my bin. I have to be honest, the week of Thanksgiving, which this is technically for the week after Thanksgiving, I guess, but I feel like my time's extremely blended together and I don't know when I technically started this basket and when I didn't, but there's hardly anything in here. So that's very sad. I just really haven't been changing my wax, but I want to just talk about a few things because if things get crazy and I start adding a bunch to this for the next week, it's gonna be too much. So I'm just gonna go through it quickly. It'll just be a short video today. So, but I do have some like non-wax products to talk about. So first I want to talk about the Travel Twist. I was trying out the Travel Twist in Luna. So, I had brought this with me when we went on our little trip out of town, and I think I just brought it with me because it was the only like kind of portable type fragrance I really had brought with. I brought this in like a couple wall fans, but this was just right in my bag, so it was easiest to access. I kind of just had it in like case of a Scentsy emergency. I know that sounds insane, but we were staying at like an Airbnb. If I knew, like, knowing now like what the situation was, I probably would have packed a little bit differently Scentsy wise, but I think I was just in such a hurry packing. I wasn't like fully thinking. I was like, I'll just bring 2 wall fans in this. Like, I don't really know, but this was nice to have. I kind of used it like on my bedside table as I was like sleeping. I put it in the car we were driving around, just to like have a little bit of something. In the vehicle, I would get like whiffs of it every now and then. It definitely wasn't like sending the whole entire vehicle. So right, I don't know. I'm just like, every time I like put it a different place, I feel like it occasionally smelled, but like not, I mean, it's obviously small, so like there's not a lot of area to give off scent in the first place. So I need to continue to figure out like what is the best situation for this. Honestly, I'm pretty positive my mother brought one of these to her work desk where it's like a very low scent profile type of environment, and I feel like it's probably excelling there. I need to ask her how it's doing, but I feel like that type of situation is probably a lot better than like the car, for instance. Also, Luna maybe isn't the strongest of these scents. I have others that I want to test. I'll come back with some feedback here, but I'm just not sure how I would use this best. Yeah, I'm not entirely positive. I could see myself potentially putting one of these maybe in like the men's bathroom at work. That might be nice. It's an extremely small bathroom and they don't really care about smell, like only like a very small amount, versus like this wouldn't be enough for the women's bathroom. We have a really large bathroom. It's large enough that it has like a coat rack and a bench in it, but it's like a single stall use bathroom. So our bathroom's pretty large. I put a fragrance flower in there because I feel like we need the oomph in our bathroom. And then at my desk, I have a warmer, which I don't run really, just if I feel like I really need to. And then I have an air purifier, which mostly scents our area. So I feel like this wouldn't, maybe, I don't know, maybe the men's bathroom. I need to play around with it. What is your guys' experience with the Travel Twist? Like, where have you found it the best to use? I also kind of just had it in my purse, but if I had it zipped shut, I felt like it wasn't really doing much, so need to play around with it. We finished up a dish soap in Cider Mill. So this was released in August of 2021, or at least that's when I got it according to my sticker. And so we used this maybe a little bit last year, and then I re-got it out for this fall season. Literally just finished this up last night. What I have found with my cleaning products is that if I just set them out for the season that they're applicable in and I put them away, even if they're not finished, I don't get burnt out on them. Whereas if I try to like hurry up and finish them before I want to start the next one, and then I'm like out of my season and then I get like sick of the scent. So that happened to me with Autumn Road Trip. I was like still trying to finish it up in like February from using it in the fall, and it just became super, super sick of the scent. So because I have like cider mill, do apple and cinnamon sticks I'm using in a counter clean. I just put out winterberry apple tea, and I have perfect peppermint. Like, to me, those are all kind of seasonal. So obviously this is empty, so I'm going to put it away, but I still have like the cider mill counter clean, and I have the apple and cinnamon sticks counter clean. I have those and they're open and used. I'm just going to put them back in my cleaning closet and pull them out when they're appropriate again. I feel like it just makes me want to use the products a lot more and not get burnt out on it. So I don't love doing that, like having open items back in the closet. But if it makes me want to use the product, I'm happy doing that. I hope that makes sense. I put in an apple and cinnamon sticks car bar into my vehicle. I'm driving a different car than I had been previously. Before, I was driving like a very small car. Not like the tiniest car, but kind of like the equivalent of like a Honda Civic-ish. So it's just like a smaller, you know, 4-door car. Now I'm driving a larger SUV. It doesn't have like quite a third row, but I feel like it could. So it's definitely a lot more vehicle than I'm used to. So I feel like this has been doing well so far. However, I just put it in on Monday, so it's only been a couple days, like not quite even a week. But I feel like it's doing all right. Apple and cinnamon sticks is a fairly strong scent anyway. But I'm curious to see how things go with like more space in the vehicle. Like, it's more space to scent, I guess. I also I moved my wall fan over from my old car, so I might give that a shot. However, I bought a lot of car bars to kind of use up this like fall winter season, so I might just get through those, and maybe once I run out, like switch to the wall fan to test it out a little bit. I just kind of want to experiment, because ever since I had my last car, the whole time I've like been into Scentsy, so I've never used it in like beyond mine and Corey's cars, kind of. And Corey doesn't really ever update his scent, so it's mostly me. So this is kind of a new territory for me, I guess. Okay, very small amount of wax to talk about here, so this probably will be short. I worked on 2 bricks. I've been trying to work on my bricks. I haven't been doing like as good as I probably could be, but I think I'm doing better than I had been. So what I'm doing is I have my take a stand warmer here in my office, and I actually put it on a timer with this guy so that I don't even have to remember to like turn it on and turn it off. It's just automatically coming on, which I think is helping a lot. So essentially what I'm doing is just putting in a whole entire brick cube into the warmer, because that warmer will hold like a whole entire bar of wax, which is 8 cubes. And I think 1 brick cube is maybe like the equivalent of roughly 4 bars, like 3 to 4 bars, or 3 to 4 cubes. Oh my gosh. So it easily can hold the brick cube without having to cut it up. I have this brick cut, which you'll probably see when I open it up. So I worked on Welcome Home. I just kind of have my bricks all in a stack right here. I need to do an updated brick video and pull out kind of my winter bricks. But as you can see, I literally cut this one, and then I realized like I probably don't need to do this. I enjoyed this scent so much more up here in my office. Before, when I had done this in my whole entire house, I felt like it just smelled like nothing. I'm sure if an outsider would have walked into my house, they would have been like, oh, you know, it smells warm and cozy, whatever. Like, the notes on this are cinnamon spices. Like, that's all they provide in the catalog. But when I warmed it up here in my office, I got I smelled similar things to the feedback I've received when I've warmed it at work, which is it kind of smells like cinnamon donuts a little bit. Definitely not overpowering, definitely not necessarily even like gourmand or bakery. It's just very like, you get whiffs of it. It's very nice. I feel like it's a crowd pleaser. This is the one scent I feel like I can warm at work and not get complaints even from the people who are scent sensitive. Just because I think it's barely enough that it makes it smell like something, but you can't put your finger on like, oh, here's where it's coming from. It's very strong right here. It just kind of like floats through the air and is beautiful and makes the area smell nice. I hope that makes sense. And then when that kind of died down, I put in Luna, which is what I'm warming right now. So here is this. I have to show you guys this brick. So the bottom is blue. The top is this color. And if you're like, oh, that doesn't look that different, look at the sides. Like, can you see the difference on these colors? I hope you can. Can you see the difference on this cube? It's so greasy. It's like a light green. I don't know if you can tell the difference. It's so blue on the bottom and it's so like teal green on the top. I wonder if I can show you the difference. It is so wild. This started happening to this brick before I even like cut it up like this. I looked at it one time. I was sorting through my bricks and I was like, that's starting to turn green. It smells totally fine. This was from last September, but I'm like, oh, that's making me feel a little weird. So I got through one more cube in that. I really like Luna for the fall time, but now that it's getting into winter, I feel like it's always nice, but I definitely need to work on my winter bricks. And then I warmed 2 bars in my open concept from the Scents of the Season. So I warmed Saint Nickerdoodle. This one is just like a more, it's like a baked apple cookie, like a baked apple strudel. Like it's very bakery and apple and perfection. If you are like I want my house to smell really nice, but I don't want people to walk in and be like, she's warming wax, or like she made it intentionally smell like this. To me, this bar is in the background. And so you're like, oh, something smells really good. It's apple bakery, but it's not like she's warming wax. I just really like this one. If you're like, I need strong scents, I need to smell this in every breath, you might need to put in a warmer that's right next to you or in a smaller space. In my entire open concept, the whole bar, I felt like it was perfect for me, which recently I haven't been into these super strong, overpowering type scents. So hopefully that explains the level of intensity of this. If you're in more of like a scent-free area, this is probably going to be stronger than if you're used to warming a bunch of like apple and cinnamon sticks. That's really, really strong. So base that off of like how strong you think it's going to be. But I personally like it. I put it in my club. I bought a few just to have on hand beyond my club. But I'm personally a fan of it. I love the scent. Honestly, if I love the scent of something, it pretty much has to have like absolutely zero performance for me to just like write it off. Because even if I want a scent that I love, even if it's not the best performer versus something that performs so well, but I only like the scent. I know some people are different. They're like, if it doesn't perform, I don't want it. Like, to me, is Sparkling Magnolia the best performer? No. Do I love the scent when I get whiffs of it from my fragrance flower? Absolutely. Like, I totally love it. But some people, they're like, it's just not strong enough, so I don't like it. To me, I'm like, I will make it work because I love it. So it kind of depends what camp you're in. And this one might be one of those. Okay. The other Scents of the Season bar I warmed is Cozy Fireside. I was terrified to warm this throughout the open concept because when I made samples of it, Corey was specifically like, I don't like that scent. And to me, it smells a little bit like roasty, toasty, fireplace-esque with something else going on. I think there might be ginger in here or something. There's definitely something else happening. So he was very like adamant, like, I don't like this. So I started it yesterday. kind of midday when I worked from home in the afternoon, because I was like, I'm gonna give it a try, and if it's like too overpowering and in my face while I'm here working from home, I can just shut a few warmers off like before Corey gets home. I loved it. It was so good. And once again, it was just like a very nice, filled your home with a nice smell scent. It wasn't at all like toasty, like ginger on fire type notes. Like I feel like I really get on cold. It was very, very lovely. This one I probably am not gonna club. I definitely don't love it as much as this, but it was really nice in my house, and I'm glad I actually tried it in the open concept. So that's everything. I kind of, like I said, didn't do very well. I'm actually gonna go through my melting basket again and kind of reorganize it, because I feel like I have a lot of fall in there, and to me it's winter now, so I need to kind of rotate and pull in the things that I actually want to warm during this weather. And so I'm going to do that next. Hopefully that will help me with my warming situation here. I'm not entirely positive when I have my brick update video coming. I might have to just switch out some of my bricks, because I really need to get working on the winter ones. So might just switch those out and do an update later in the month. I'm trying to look at my like video calendar to see what's going on. But I will be back soon with another video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.